Hi, I'm Eliza, and Black Lives Matter is a movement that was created to address racial injustices and police brutality. Over the summer of 2020, the movement captured the attention of the entire country after George Floyd's death, who was just one of the many victims in police brutality. As a result, the art teachers of RA began the mural in the bus loop, but soon decided to bring it inside and let our students get involved. Now, you will hear from many of our student representatives from each club that took part of the mural's design and painting process.
Hi! We are the 3rd and 4th grade head of house representatives.
Last spring, some of the head of house and K-4 student body painted our house team panel for the Black Lives Matter school mural.
We enjoyed participating in the painting event
and supporting our school community. We are going to have our house team mottos in order to
connect our purpose to build unity,
show our core values,
and grow a school culture that is equitable for all.
The Phoenix.
Hope gives one a vision of success.
Character brings it to fruition.
Strive to provide and all will thrive.
The horse.
Be strong enough to stand alone, but wise enough to know when to stand together.
The lion.
The path to success is paved with hard work
and academic excellence.
Hi, we're part of the RA Choirs and Music Department. I'm Nikita and this is Sage. Our club is about making music and expressing ourselves to other people so they can enjoy it too. So the letter that we got assigned was the letter M, which is pretty fitting because fire, music. In the middle of the letter is a silhouette of Ella Fitzgerald, and around it are several musical instruments. And along the inside of the letter are different African American musicians' names, and it's all about showing equality in music and that everyone can do it. The message we would like to send through this painting, we want to tell everyone that if you put your mind to anything, you can do it and you will make it, and music is for all.
Hi, my name is Autumn Calabrese. I am an alumni. I graduated in 2021 and I was the designer of the dance department V for the Black Lives Matter mural, and this design came to me because I wanted to show some inclusivity. I wanted to show some inclusivity, and for the African Americans, but also for every kind of person. So I just thought take the darkest and lightest and have them combined, and they're all kind of meeting in the middle, and her hair is darker as well, but they're all together and being a team to create the V for dance team. So I just thought that was a perfect representation for this mural, and I hope everybody likes it. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Ethan DeWong, and I helped paint the Black Lives Matter mural for the Robotics Hub along with Lauren Polterak, Madison Tamburino, Edwin Yang, and Samantha Tanier. What we've painted are the 3 hidden figures which you may know from the movie, but if you don't know them, this is Dorothy Vaughan, Katherine Johnson, and Mary Jackson in front of the rocket that they helped program, engineer, and calculate all the maths to be launched. A little bit about the Robotics Club. We help engineer and build robots to compete in various competitions held by the VEX Robotics tournament. And we wanted to paint something that represented African American women in the field of STEM, since we are a STEM club. Especially with these women, they were not recognized for the work that they did with this rocket, and so we felt it was appropriate for them to be recognized on our mural. And the message that we want to send through this mural is that you can do whatever you want, no matter who you are.
Hi, I'm Mariah. I'm the art committee lead in Coexist, and this is our panel for the Black Lives Matter mural. In designing the panel, I wanted to make sure intersectionality was represented and create something that displays the significant role Black activists have played in the progression of LGBTQ rights. Marsha P. Johnson is the person pictured in the upper half of the panel. She was a transgender activist who was most known for her work during the 1960s and 70s and specifically advocated for homelessness in LGBTQ youth, as well as the HIV and AIDS epidemic and just generally gay and transgender rights. Specifically chose the letter T to represent not only her, but many of the other trans activists that did the bulk of the activism for the movement as a whole. And the quote underneath is from a famous picture of Johnson at a protest holding a sign that says, "All power to the people." The entire panel was designed to capture the mission of Coexist as a club, as well as the intersectional activism that paved the way for the LGBTQ movement today.
The letter B was completed by various athletes here at RA. The reason for this letter is to show the many ways that athletics and sports can use their platform for promoting positivity and change.
The new WNBA logo. It had the goal of highlighting the strength, diversity, and multidimensionality of the league's current players. While the new logo is not based on any player or group of players, it was created with widespread player input.
Colin Kaepernick. Silhouette ignited the kneeling trend at sporting events to bring awareness of police brutality and social justice.
Megan Rapinoe. Silhouette in her famous post signifies the equality work the U.S. women's national soccer team has done to bring awareness to create change in their sport and the world.
The Olympian with a raised fist. During the medal ceremony in the Olympic Stadium in Mexico City on October 16, 1968, two African-American athletes, Tommy Smith and John Carlos, each raised a black gloved fist during the playing of the U.S. national anthem. While on the podium, Smith and Carlos, who had won gold and bronze medals, respectively, in the 200-meter running event in the 1968 Summer Olympics, turned to face the U.S. flag and then kept their hands raised until the anthem had finished. In addition, Smith, Carlos, and an Australian silver medalist, Peter Norman, all wore human rights badges on their jackets. In his autobiography, Silent Gesture, published nearly 30 years later, Smith revised his statement that the gesture was not a Black Power salute per se, but rather a human rights salute. The demonstration is regarded as one of the most overtly political statements in the history of modern Olympics. Jackie Robinson led the way of being the first African-American player in the MLB. The image signifies the boundaries pushed by those players in the early days of the league. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Mason Rininger, Environmental Club co-president.
Hi, and I'm Andrew Murdy.
The Environmental Club promotes an environmentally safer community through various service projects and activities such as cleaning up the school campus and the trash art competition.
For the Black Lives Matter mural, our letter is designed by Jamie Krause and has an environmental focus.
The design incorporates each focus motif, like the various biomes and Mother Nature at the top, emphasizing how the beauty of Earth is exemplified through the different environments.
There is also a quote from the Lorax, which talks about how current situations can only be changed if we do something about them.
Although the quote originally used to refer to saving the environment, it was featured in the design because it can be applied to many current events.
The quote emphasizes our responsibility to fix and change problems in our world so we can create a better future.
In addition, the various biomes represent how the unity of everyone on the planet allows us to promote positive change like equality.
The environmental context of our design develops the idea that principles of promoting environmental awareness can be used to promote movements that will positively impact our society.
If we practice these principles in our everyday lives, whether it be through recycling or Black Lives Matter, we will surely have a better world.
Hey y'all, and we're part of MSU.
My name's Amir.
My name's Ajay.
Today we're going to be talking about George Floyd, an African-American man who was murdered May 25th of 2020 during a police arrest. Shortly after, the United States started protests in honor of his justice, with citizens in other countries following after that.
Internationally, protesters demonstrated opposition to racism worldwide, opposed police brutality, questioned the arming of police, and expressed solidarity with their counterparts in the United States.
Protests took place in over 60 countries in all 7 continents. The protests also took place during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, during which gathering crowds and strongly advised against in some parts of the world and outrage bans in others.
Minority Student Union here at Renaissance painted our letter L to include flags from several of the nations who joined in those protests. The nations include countries such as Nigeria,
Ghana,
South Africa,
Japan,
Palestine,
Spain,
Italy,
Brazil,
Australia, and more. Though we could not include all 60 plus countries in our letter, the small cross-section shows what the worldwide impact the murder of George Floyd and the international Black Lives Matter protest had on the rest of the world. Thank you.
Go.
Hi, I'm Nikita Salakumar.
I'm Sage O'Brien.
And I'm Cody Sullivan.
Us, our middle school academy council, we got the letter C for our mural.
On the C, we wrote, "Together we rise," to symbolize how we come together as a community to stand up against injustice.
Around the C are names written of people who devoted their lives to Black Lives Matters cause, and the fists are the symbol of Black Lives Matter.
Hi, I'm Ethan Duong.
And I'm Superior T, and we, along with Michael Hensis and Madison Galsick, helped to paint this Black Lives mural letter for Key Club. So a little bit about our design. We did a lotus because lotuses are known for representing rebirth because they grow out of murky waters and end up being so beautiful. And we thought it was representative of the Black Lives mural, because Black Lives Matter mural, because it kind of represents how Black people have risen up despite ongoing and past barriers.
We've also depicted a key being passed along by two hands, and depending on how you interpret it, it can mean two different things. If you're interpreting it as the top hand receiving the key, then it is symbolizing how past generations of African Americans have gone through multiple struggles and hardships in order to contribute to a time of equality for all of us. But if you interpret it as the bottom hand of receiving the key, then it can symbolize how people in better situations are out there continuing to help out people who are struggling.
And then we have our quote from MLK, "The time is always right to do right," and we thought it was representative of Key Club as a whole because we just wanted to spread the message that you should always help others and do right whenever you have the ability to.
Hi, my name's Sarah and this is Michael, and we're two senior representatives from High School Academy Council. We got the letter A for Academy Council in the word matter.
In the mural, it depicts students from all different grades, backgrounds, and ethnicities helping each other up a ladder to show the purpose of the club, which is to come together to better our school community.
Hi, I'm Marjorie Richardson.
I'm Anaya Jones.
I'm Amira Wallace-Savior.
I'm Janae Phelps, and
we are a part of MSU.
It is part of our mission to create an inclusive environment for all, and having Black Lives Matter mural helps show support of our Black students.
To have so many students and clubs be a part of this project makes a big difference in already.
It also spreads awareness by representing a cause that stands for social justice.
And it does not stop with the mural here at RA. These are important discussions to be had in the classroom, even when Black Lives Matter is no longer trending.